Hi everyone, welcome to Easy Learning. Hope you are staying home and staying safe. At this point of time, I would like to bring you a few basic English grammar lessons that would be useful for both school and college students. Right, we will start from the parts of speech. As you all know, words are the fundamental building blocks of our speech and diction as well. So, it's very essential to know the words, especially their nature, that is, how they behave in a sentence, or we can call it their function. Knowing the function of a word clearly helps us use language very effectively and to the point. Words in English are divided into 8 parts or categories according to their function in a sentence. This division is called the parts of speech. Parts of speech are 8 in number. They are noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. In this series, we are going to learn about each of them in detail. These lessons are planned to be covered in 8 modules. If you find the lessons useful, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Stay home and stay safe. Let's start. We start with the noun. First of all, what's a noun? Simply, we can say all naming words are nouns. That is, noun is the name of something or anything. It can be the name of a person, place, thing, animal, etc. Remember, when we refer to things, it can be both living and non-living things, also physical and abstract things. Look at the examples given. See, all the given words are nouns. Let's check them. First of all, Delhi. Delhi is the name of a place. We all know that Delhi is the capital of our country. Next one, Matthew. The word Matthew is the name of a person. So, the word Matthew is a noun. Next one, cow. The word cow is the name of an animal. So, it's a noun. Next, fan. Fan is the name given to a thing. So, the word fan is a noun. Classification of nouns. Nouns are classified into different types according to their nature. Let's learn about them. Proper noun. As the name suggests, it is the proper name given to a person, place, river, ocean, mountain, building, etc. Here remember one thing. Proper noun is a special name because it is the name of a particular person or place. That means it's not a commonly shared name. Look at the examples. Peter, Mary, Delhi, the Himalayas, the Arabian Sea, the Kaveri, the Alps, the Bay of Bengal. All these Names are the names of particular persons, places, mountains, seas, rivers, etc. When we write proper names, proper nouns, we should remember one thing. Proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. Remember, proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. Common noun. As the name suggests, common nouns are the names given in common to every person, place, or thing of the same kind or group. Look at the following examples here. Country is a common noun because it can refer to any country, whereas India is a proper noun because it refers to a particular country. We cannot use it to refer to any country. Similarly, Maruti Suzuki is a proper noun. It's a particular brand of car, whereas car is a common noun which may refer to any car. The following examples also follow the same idea. Sarah, a particular girl. Girl, any girl. Girl can be used commonly to refer to any girl. Remember, common nouns begin with small letters. Common nouns can be basically classified into two. They are countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns can be counted using cardinal numbers like 1, 2, 3 and so on. For example, 1 book, 2 books, 5 chairs, 3 tables, 2 girls, 6 pens, etc. Unlike countable nouns, uncountable nouns cannot be counted. Look at the examples. Oil. We know oil is in liquid form. It cannot be counted, whereas its capacity can be measured. Similarly, water, ice, rice, air, smoke, sugar, etc. are examples of uncountable nouns. Collective noun. As the name indicates, a collective noun stands for a collection or group of people, things, animals, etc. considered as a single whole. For example, we say a group of soldiers as an army. A group of soldiers is called an army of soldiers. Similarly, we say a bale of cotton, a bundle of sticks, a crowd of people, etc. They all refer to a group or collection of things, people, animal, etc. of the same kind and group. Same kind and group. Material noun. We know that different things are made of different materials and substances. The names of materials or substances of which things are made are called material nouns. For example, gold and silver are materials used for making ornaments. So, gold and silver are examples of material nouns. Similarly, a candle is made of wax. So, wax is a material noun. Hope you have understood this point. Abstract nouns. The word abstract simply means something which exists as an idea. An abstract thing does not have any physical form, so they cannot be touched and they cannot be seen as well. For example, we know that air is something that exists around us. We can think of it and feel it, though we cannot see it. So, the word air is an abstract noun. Abstract nouns may denote a quality, a state, concept or idea, certain action, etc. Look at the following. We know that childhood, boyhood, etc. are different states of our life. Hardness, goodness, honesty, etc. are some qualities. Movement, operation, laughter, etc. denote some action. Thought, belief, dream, etc. are some ideas or concepts that exist in our mind. So, they are all abstract nouns. Hope you have enjoyed and understood the points. In order to consolidate your understanding, two small exercises are given at the end. You can pause the video and write down the questions. You can also comment and ask doubts in the comment box. If you like the class, kindly subscribe to my channel. Part 2 will be coming soon. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching. Stay home and stay safe.